Hi, my name is Bailey. I'm with My Math Experts, and today I'm going to show you how to solve the following equation. 3x plus 17 minus 5x equals 12 minus the quantity 6x plus 3. So the very first thing we're going to want to do here is distribute. Always check to see if there's anything you can distribute. As you can see, we have this quantity in parentheses here, 6x plus 3. It may not look at first like there's anything to distribute, but there's actually a hidden one here. Whenever you see a minus sign and then stuff in parentheses, that actually means all the stuff in parentheses is being multiplied by -1. So if we distribute that -1 over on this right-hand side, like so, we're going to get this 12. This 12 is not being affected by the -1. It just stays 12. And then -1 times 6x is -6x. And then -1 times 3 is -3. And then everything on our left-hand side is going to stay exactly the same. We haven't done anything to that yet. Second thing you're going to want to look for once everything's been distributed is you're going to check for like terms. Like terms are things like 3 and 7. They're things like 5x and 2x. They're things that when you that you can add them together to make them a simplified form. So for example, 3 plus 7 is 10. 5x plus 2x is 7x. Those are examples of like terms. You can combine them together. Also, something to note is that like terms, when you're combining like terms in an equation, you can't go across the equal sign. The equal sign is kind of like a wall. So you're only going to look at the left-hand side and you're only going to look at the right-hand side separately for like terms. So if we look at our left-hand side here, we can see we have 3x and we have minus 5x. Another thing to check for with like terms is you always have to look at the sign in front of the number to see if it's positive or negative. So this 5 is actually a -5 because it has the minus in front of it. So if we add those together, 3x plus -5x, that's going to be -2x. The 17 is going to stay because we didn't do anything to it. And then over on the right-hand side, our like terms are going to be 12 and this -3 right here. So then 12 plus -3 is 9. 9 minus 6x. Great. So we did all our distribution. We combined all our like terms. Now we want to get all of our variables on one side and all of our constants on the other side. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the 6x to both sides. And when I do that, over here on the left, -2 plus 6x is going to be 4x plus 17. Then over here, this 9 stays. We didn't do anything to it. Then -6x plus 6x, that cancels. So now all of our x's are over on the left-hand side, but we still have a constant hanging out over there. So let's move that constant over to the other side. Let's subtract this 17. So we get 4x equals 9 minus 17 is -8. Pretty sure it's -8. And now that we've done all of that, all we have left is one final step. The goal of solving an equation is always to get the variable by itself. So right now, x is not by itself. It's being multiplied by 4. To get rid of this multiplied by 4, we're going to divide by 4. We're going to use the inverse operation. So at the end of the day here, what we're going to get is -8 divided by 4, which is -2. X equals -2. And then, of course, you can always check your answer. I'm going to do this over here in a different color. We're going to check our answer. Our answer was x equals -2. You can check that by plugging it back into the original equation. So I'm going to write the original equation here. 12 minus 6x plus 3. And then let's plug this -2 in and see what happens. 3 times -2 plus 17 minus 5 times -2. 12 minus 6 times -2 plus 3. I'm going to go through this kind of fast. 3 times -2 is -6 plus 17. -5 times -2 is 10, positive 10. 12 minus 6 times -2 is -12 plus 3. Let's see, -6 plus 17 is 11 plus 10 equals 21 equals 12 minus -9. 12 minus -9 is 21. So we can see that we got the correct answer. Thanks. Hope that helped.